Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Hey guys, Professor Presbyterian back with another episode of Hey Professor, the show where we talk about everything you wanted to know about allied health, health information management, healthcare statistics, health informatics, business management. I kind of do everything at this point. Again, I'm your Professor Javon H. Presbyterian. I've been doing a lot of videos recently about improving yourself, trying to do more, get raises, go further, do what I'm looking rugged. I know, don't worry, I'll be cleaned up soon. But the point is, I've been doing extra videos. So this video is going to be about keeping a brag sheet and why it's important to keep a brag sheet. Now, what is a brag sheet, may be asking? A brag sheet, if you've watched my other video about how to get a raise or how to get a promotion, can be your main tool for getting those things. Now, a brag sheet doesn't necessarily have to be a sheet. It's not a piece of paper, right? A brag sheet can be a Word document. It can be an Excel. It can be a PowerPoint. In my case, it was a PowerPoint. Basically, a brag sheet is you keeping track of all the things that you've done in the organization, all the projects that you've completed, everything that you've done for them since you've been there. Now, I'm a firm believer in your job is your job, so do your job. Like people say it all the time, like, whoa, what are you giving me? You're getting paid, right? That's your job, so do your job. But what I mean is, it's totally okay for you as a healthcare worker, for you as a healthcare leader, just for you as a general employee, not even related to healthcare. If you're watching this video, thanks, like, subscribe, and click that button. I don't know why I did that. The point is, if you're going to be a person who wants in the future to have a promotion or wants a raise, you're going to need something to reference for that. Because just going to your boss and saying, I really, really want a raise, or I really, really think I should be promoted, doesn't work. I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what you know, it matters what you can prove. Most of us during the course of our work day or work week will just go about our day doing our task and not really thinking about it. And that's fine. You're not going to sit down and thinking about everything you're doing all the time. Otherwise, you'll never get anything done. But you do want to keep an overall log of the things that you've accomplished. And that'll be instrumental in your either getting a raise or a promotion. Now, the start of a brag sheet, honestly, should really come. I mean, you can do it at any point in time, but ideally, you should do a brag sheet at the start of your new employment. If you're starting a new job, take an assessment of where the organization is, take an assessment of how things look from a project standpoint. Maybe they need more revenue. Maybe you're in charge of health information. You're the HIM director. You're overseeing the DNFB, the unbilled, and the coding. And maybe you're going to be really focusing on that. Take an interest in where it is right now. Are they getting on average 8 million and you're going to bring it up to 10? Kind of benchmark that in your mind and really see where you are once you get started. Are they having issues with cost management as far as supplies go in the department? And one of your projects is going to be that you eliminate wasteful spending. Document that, those kind of things. It could even be something like saying that you realized or that you assessed when you came on board that a lot of the employees were not cross-trained, and during your time there, you've cross-trained them, making everyone more efficient and really maximizing the staff's productivity. They love hearing stuff like that. I'm giving you guys ideas that you could put down, because what I find is that while you're normally doing it, you're not thinking about it. Did you have a process that was fully paper, that was completely analog? You were printing out paper and you were sending it electronically to the insurance company or to the provider? Well, guess what? Did you make that process electronic? Well, then you made it more efficient, because now you have, 1, eliminated waste, and you've 2, modernized the department. These are the kind of things that they're going to look for, and they're going to be like, wow. And you may do that just day to day. Write that down. Write it down, because those are the things you're going to want to come back and say, look at what I've done. Your brag sheet is going to be an instrumental part of that, and how you utilize it at the point that you go to quote unquote brag or go quote unquote ask for a raise or promotion, that's entirely up to you. But at the point that you're taking it down, you're going to want to have something to say, because someone can know that you're a good employee, but you got to prove it. They're going to have to know your worth and your value, what you've done in the time you're there, and what you bring with you, and what they stand to lose if you should, God forbid, walk out the front door. If you should decide, I'm going to seek employment elsewhere, they should know what they're losing. And it's not that you're holding it over their head, it's that you're knowing your worth. Like I said in another video, know your worth, know what you bring to them, because they're going to know what they want. So you got to know what you're giving them as well. All right, I think I've talked enough about what a brag sheet is. Now, here's how you're going to use it. When you decide, okay, I've been here a year, 2 years, a year and a half, 3 years, however long that you set that metric of time for yourself, and you feel that you've made significant changes. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the amount of changes that you make is more important than the amount of time. I'm not saying go in after 2 weeks and be like, we need to talk about money, like slamming on the table and knocking over people's coffee cups. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that give yourself some time. A lot of projects aren't that easy to just flip and, have them be successful. So really give yourself a little bit of time, map out your projects, complete your projects. Nobody cares what you're going to do. People only care what you've done. Like I said, assess where they were, assess where they are. If you've eliminated wasteful spending, that's cool. If you've increased efficiency, that's cool. If you've modernized the department, that's cool. If you've taken them from a standpoint of, okay, if I left, somebody else had to be retrained, but now I've created educational material, so going forward, anybody stepping into this role can hit the ground running. Do that, write all that stuff down, because at the end of the day, when it comes time for you to come knocking on the door, when you want more money, you want to have as many things to say and many things to point to and say, look what I did. Look how great I am. Look how valuable I am. Because they may know that you're a great employee, but really it's about you proving it. Once you've done that, once you've really got your brag sheet organized, the format in which you want to convey it is entirely up to you. I've done PowerPoints in the past. I've had meetings and I've bragged at people, but I really am big on presentations, data and metrics, things like that. So I'll do like a PowerPoint. I may have 6, 7, 8 slides where I'm going over where you guys were as an organization when I started and where we are now on each of these key functions. The amount of employees that were cross-trained when I started, 2. The amount of employees that were cross-trained at the time of this presentation, 12. And then you can even go over yourself if you've done any personal growth, and I definitely recommend this. If you've been going to school, if you've been getting any certifications, right? You can say something like, I had my bachelor's when I started, and I had an RHIT. Now I have my master's, RHIA, CDIP, You're showing your growth, and you're basically going to say, if I were elsewhere, I'd be getting paid more, but I want to be with you guys. All right, I don't want to keep this too much over time, so I will end and I'll wrap this up. But I will say, and again, I kind of sounded a little bit aggressive in that last clip. You want to make it sound like you want to be a part of the organization. If you're going to go to them, you're going to brag at them, make it that you want to be a part of the organization, not that you're trying to leave. Say, I love it here. I'm looking for more opportunity for growth, but I also want to talk about, my reimbursement. So we could talk about that as well. We've all seen that Viola Davis gif where she's looking like, and she just get up and get her bag, and it's like something like the caption says, like, this could have been an email. Like we don't want to give that energy like we gonna just go somewhere else if they don't give us what we want, but we want them to know our worth. You know what I mean? All right, guys, Professor Presbury, I hope that was informative. Have a good one. Bye. Intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education.